Beneath, there is a Hindi ka saying, Chor ka gawah, daddu. Can you imagine the absurdity of what is being said? Here's the central figure who's a fugitive of law, because there's a red corner alert notice against him because he's been evading all interrogation and all questioning relating to this bribery. He's a man who's got the maximum out of it and his role is well established. Now a man who's so accused for bribery, who's instigating him to say all this? And if you look at the statement is so ambiguous and vague that except for creating a doubt, it reveals nothing. He says, I've been pressurized. By whom? When? What? The man should have details and should be forthcoming with details. But that's not the issue. Let me now just come down to the bare facts. The bare fact is, let us look at the conduct of UPA in this entire thing. The first time news which emitted from Italy about bribery was as early as February 2012. And only when on 12th February, Mr. Orsi was arrested by the police in Italy for giving bribe, that the government asked the CBI even to register a PE. Not even a case was registered, a PE, right, which was done on 15th of February. Now for 1 year, you knew there is bribe, but you did nothing.
Exactly, and Mr. Mittal, that also brings us to our second question, which is, do you want to address that question, sir?
Let me address myself. Yeah, let me address myself to what Mr. Madhu has to say. I mean, look at the perverseness of the analogy he's talking about. Mr. Headley's evidence that Isra Jahan was a terrorist, if that can be taken on its face value, then the evidence of the main accused must also be taken on the face value. Sir, right. Mr. Headley is under custody. Mr. Headley has been prosecuted and convicted. And Mr. Headley is not an accused in the Isra Jahan case. So that is substantially different than a man who's a fugitive, who's not in custody, who's not subject
not
to
at all. And coming back to you, Sanjay, there is also this notion that
neither is wanted,
that the UPA 2 government, Mr. Mittal and Mr. Madhu, will come back to you. We'll come back to you, but just let me also rope in Sanjay into this conversation. They're also.
Vineet, first I have to respond to what Mr. Gowda said. Mr. Gowda said that the chopper was not tested in India but was tested there has a simile to what has happened in Made of India. It is the most perverse argument I have ever heard. Mr. Gowda, the RFP mentioned that the testing has to be done in India. Please understand. And what happened was a violation of the RFP which was there by the government. So please, I mean, have the preliminary courtesy of
testing
not perpetrating
in abroad.
falsehood.
Why Modi government doing it now?
Of you to be responsible.
If that
can you
is
just
wrong,
shut up?
Can
you just shut up? I don't intervene. Don't intervene. You are an ill-mannered man, Mr. Gowda. I expect you to have decency.
You are misleading.
You are such an indecent human being that you are unfit for a debate. Sir,
okay, Mr. Mittal and Mr. Madhu, we'll have to cool off tempers here. We'll really have to cool off tempers here, and let's get a caller in who's probably very calm and quiet round. Let's get in Krishna from Varanasi and let's see what he has to say.